They want me to change, but I ain't changing. Nah, I remain the same.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you in concert with A Beautiful Machine magazine and the mighty Nerd DJs Radio Network. You already know, man. Every week, every hour, every month, every year, we only rock with legends around here. And today is abso-fucking-lutely no exception. We have the return of one of the dopest motherfuckers to ever walk the galaxy, Mr. Glasses Malone himself. How you doing, bro?
Man, thank you, Josh. Thank you. I love that sign. It came a long way. I ain't seen the show, but that sign is nice.
You know, we try to do a little something up in here.
That's clear. That's clear. I could dig it.
Yo, man. Yo. If you are not in tune with Glasses Malone, bro, like, first off, fix your face, fix your life, and fix your soul, and Google the man. When I say legend, he's the legend that legends look up to. Seriously, real shit. But I seen the promo, and you seem to think that people got an issue with the West Coast. Why?
Because people got a problem with the West Coast. I mean, you heard all of those people say that stuff. Yes. You know what's funny? You never heard. So I put together this really dope record, right? It's called Wanted with Jurassic 5.
Mm-hmm.
To bring our backpack and our gangster rap scene together to show how West Coast hip hop is one thing.
Okay.
And just trying to capture the climate to me that hip hop is in when it comes to the West, it was so easy. Like when you hear people say, like Schoolie D created gangster rap, but I've never heard Special Ed say, Philadelphia brought the death and destruction to our kids. I never heard him say that about Schoolie D.
Okay.
But I think it's so easy to target the brothers from California. It's so easy. And, you know, at times we just become like a punching bag for the pseudo-intelligent brother.
Tell me how it's wrong that NWA started gangster rap. I get what you're saying is like technically Schoolie D did, but
why'd you quotation technically?
Because
what does it all mean?
To most of the population, they're either going to give it to NWA. True or not?
I wonder why.
That's blame that on NWA for being ultra successful.
It wasn't even that successful initially.
We're not talking about initially. I'm talking about Schoolie D never even sniffed the success that NWA did.
So we're saying Parkside Killers is not a big record.
I don't even know what record you're talking about from Schoolie D, right?
Okay, we making that green. People always saying, what the hell does that mean? P is for the people that can't understand how one homeboy became the man. S for the way they scream and shout. One by one, I'm knocking them out.
Okay.
K is for the way
hold on, because we're not going to talk about, but first off, let me back up a little bit because Ice-T completely stole that song.
No. He actually was inspired and called Schoolie D and said, hey, I love what you did and inspired me to do something special.
Whole cadence structure the same, beat basically the same, and I love Ice-T, but he jacked that man's song.
But that's because that was the inspiration to the song. But I never heard y'all say Schoolie D brought death and destruction to our children.
Okay, let me ask you this: who invented football?
I'm not a football guy. Tell me though.
I have no idea. Nobody knows. You know why? Because nobody gives a shit. Because football wasn't even popular for the first I don't know how many years. But we can tell you Emmitt Smith. We can tell you Barry Sanders. We can tell you Lawrence Taylor. We can tell you the people that made football the football that we know. That's NWA.
So it's who you care about in the grand scheme of things,
No,
not
no.
actually who actually created it.
It's who popularized it. Nobody knows who invented the pencil, but there are 1,000 authors over the years that people idolize that used a pencil.
So then why do we rebuke the fact that Christopher Columbus discovered America to Europe?
Because he didn't discover it. You can't
Just like
discover shit that people
NWA
was
didn't
already
start
here.
gangster rap.
They didn't. But they get the tag, rightfully so, for popularizing it and bringing it to the masses.
So then Christopher Columbus discovered America.
I think that's a false equivalency. However,
Sure.
I'll give you that Schoolie D. Yes, absolutely started gangster rap.
Okay.
But from a West Coast perspective, NWA, who by and large was a bunch of squares, and Eazy-E. Is that fair?
I don't know if squares, but sure, why not? I mean, I think Ren was thugging. I think E was thugging. Cube was a kid. Dre was into music. Yella was obviously ended up being something crazy.
So basically, the dudes that drove the machine, Cube wrote the lyrics and Dre did the beats, and it was everybody else.
Yeah, DLC was sure.
Okay,
sure.
okay. DLC was not an LA guy. From
sure,
down south.
but I'm saying, yeah, as far as writing. But go ahead. I'm let's get to it.
My point is that a bunch of squares made gangster music popular.
Sure. Okay. Let's say that's true.
You can't get
guys that are not gangster.
They squares, bruh.
I don't know if I would call them squares. I wouldn't feel comfortable calling them that because I don't think none of them niggas are squares.
Okay.
They try to convince me. Dre tries to convince me he's square. I know he's not.
The nigga has sequins on and eyeliner, bro. That's beyond square.
Yeah, but so did Rick James, and we know Rick James wasn't no square.
Rick James was on crack.
I mean, most people was on drugs at that time. That was a standard thing, people. That the brothers in the 70s used to dress crazy, and they was doing some stuff looking like that. So I'm not gonna play with them. I don't want no smoke with none of that.
I give you that. Like they was some wild boys. Okay, moving past NWA. Why else do we hate? What else is it about the West Coast that people are hating on?
Well, y'all lie like y'all don't have gangs. Yeah, for some reason y'all isolate us to like we're the only people that have street gangs. Y'all isolate us like we're the only people that have crime. Y'all isolate us like anything in our experience is unique. Like it's not the same thing in Detroit or the same thing in Philadelphia or the same thing in New Orleans. But for some reason, we're this unique entity. Like you could wear a big gold rope in the middle of Detroit's ghetto and just walk around in everybody's neighborhood. Nobody know you, and they're just gonna bring you some Kool-Aid out. I have no idea how we get singled out in the pantheon of blackness across America when it comes to the ghettos of America. Like this is the only place in the world that this stuff happened. There is nothing unique that happens in LA that won't happen to you in Detroit. Not one thing.
That is absolutely true. However, if memory serves me correctly, niggas on the West Coast made killing other niggas marketable.
Not true.
Who did?
Exploitation films in the 70s?
Huh?
Exploitation films in the 70s?
Music-wise. And definitely hip-hop.
But
definitely hip-hop.
Keep isolating art to keep making it a way to say we did something. Like these things existed in the community. Like people had problems in Detroit in the 70s, in the 80s. People have problems and they solve them. We all understand crime is a proximity thing. Yes. Nobody screams brown on brown crime or what's going on in East LA, or yellow on yellow crime, what's going on in Little Cambodia, or white on white crime for what's going on in Boston. You know what I mean? But for some reason, the brothers in Los Angeles, in the West Coast in general, are just singled out by the rest of Black America, especially in the culture version of Black America, like something unique is happening here. That shit is frustrating. It's like I tell you all the time, like the same things happen in Detroit happen here. There's not one unique thing happening.
But you guys wore that as a badge of honor. Yes or no?
Oh, did everybody in Detroit? Look at Big Meech.
We most of this country, as far as gangster music is concerned, took our cues from the West Coast.
No, I'm not saying
that what you said wasn't true.
I'm saying Schoolie D showed us that you don't have to give a fuck. Like you could actually, you don't have to just be a spectator of circumstance. You could actually be a perpetrator. And then Ice-T took it and made something grand. And NWA continued on that legacy. And then everybody still is picking it up from something that Schoolie D created to some degree. Because there was some people in New York that was early on it. They just wasn't as successful. They didn't have a PSK.
Right.
So what I'm saying is not any of that. The Detroit guys in the streets wear it as a badge of honor. Same for the Minnesota guys. Same for the Milwaukee guys. Same for the New Orleans guys. We all do because we understand surviving a street life means something.
Now, Levante Rogers pointed out made a good point. He don't want to hear that shit because Chicago gets singled out all the time. And Chicago and LA specifically, as far as the gang culture goes, are absolutely, they were ahead of the curve. Like Chicago and LA had generations worth of gangbanging.
So then what was they shooting each other for in Detroit in the 60s?
Just straight up money. That's
all it always is. It wasn't just always money. It just could have been nigga slept with my girl or a nigga stepped on my shoe. Same thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't an organized. It generally, like for me, and I grew up in Detroit. When I was growing up, there were gangs. They were cliques mostly, but there was one major gang, like in LA, from my understanding, the Crips dominate. Now they don't agree with each other, and they have intra gang beef. But in Detroit, it was Young Boys Incorporated when I was growing up, and then everybody else.
But I'm saying that's all it is here. It's just cliques. It's just, for some reason, it's just singled out. That's what I'm saying.
Why y'all niggas don't take no accountability though, bro? Nothing. None?
We do, just like Detroit.
See that's not taking accountability. When you got to bring up another city where is we kind of fucked up in this aspect from the West Coast.
I think all ghettos in America have the same issues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that. I think we all go through what we go through because it is a fight for limited resources. It is a fight for, pride and silly things that poor people overvalue.
Okay.
Right. But I think it's pretty standard. I don't think our circumstance is more unique than what's happening in Tacoma or what's happening in Portland or what's happening in Phoenix. But for some reason, because Dennis Hopper made that damn movie and some niggas made some jamming ass rap songs, I was like, oh, them niggas is different. I don't think you could just go to Detroit and go to 7th Mile and just put out a camera and just be like, hey, I'm just over here shooting a music video and have 100 people out there. I just don't think it'll go over well.
It may or may not, depending. Like, I don't know if an outsider could do that. Yeah, I would.
Why would he be an outsider? He's a black man. He should be an insider. That's how silly y'all sound to me sometimes. Why can't I just come to 7 Mile, just pull out my camera, me and 100 homies just pull up. We out there with our low riders and we out there deep and we just shooting our video. We black, we like, no. Them dudes gonna be like, who are these people over here shooting this? What's happening?
Are they wrong for protect? Because you are big on this one. Like when we talk about, and you and I have had the gang discussion a gazillion times. Yeah. And one of your points of contention is that the gang is a community. And it is,
but that's my point.
It is to protect. It is to protect that community. So shouldn't Detroit be allotted that same thing?
That's what I'm telling you. But when it's happening in LA, for some reason, it's referenced as extortion.
Let me ask you this: you said you did a song with Jurassic 5, correct?
Yes.
Who else in the gangster world has done something with a quote unquote backpacker or bar heavy MC?
Dr. Dre. He did stuff with Razzcast.
Is Dr. Dre gangster?
He's the score of gangster rap music.
You just made my point right there, bro.
I mean, look, a gangster has Dr. Dre committed. Okay, because really you giving Dr. Dre out, and I won't let him take this out, and he get mad. Okay. Dr. Dre has committed crimes. He went to jail for committing crimes. He done did all kind of unsavory shit. What make him any different than any of the rest of us? Who the fuck is he?
Yeah.
He just is unsavory, nigga. That nigga can't look down at me with a sneer like, nigga, I saw what happened, nigga. I saw some of the shit you did. I think I'm more moral outstanding than most people that ain't from a gang. I'm more morally upstanding as a person. Dr. Dre can't look down at me. I ain't never even drank alcohol, nigga. How you gonna look down at me, nigga? Like just because I'm a gang member.
Now I'm gonna be real with you because me and you have had a gazillion conversations that
Sure.
ain't got nothing to do in front of the camera. Right? Like Glasses is one of the people I've been doing this for a long time, and Glasses is one of the people I'll call and just chop it up about what the fuck ever. And yes, I would agree with you. Like you just a stand up guy, solid as they come,
Thank you.
real as they come, and is not afraid to say shit that is not necessarily popular because other people want to hear you say that shit. You say what the fuck you feel, and you stand on that.
And I be trying to think. So I just find it odd that we get singled out, Jobs, for a problem that every ghetto in Black America has. But for some reason, ours is different. Like people be like, oh, them LA brothers, they kill each other first. They don't. Well, who do the brothers in Detroit kill first?
You
Who do the
guys,
brothers in Milwaukee kill first?
you guys made that was your bread and butter.
Dennis Hopper. He made colors, and y'all let that white man tell y'all and make us single us out like we did something different than y'all did.
Okay, it was a bunch of niggas in that movie, right?
That movie is about the police. It's 13 niggas in the movie altogether.
It's 13 black people in that movie.
Man, that movie got all white people. The whole movie followed white people going around telling y'all about black people, and y'all believed them. And y'all was convinced. Y'all was like, nope, Crips.
That is,
I'm like,
y'all, that's wrong.
I'm fighting. Shout out to Dennis Hopper because he's not even dead. I'm fighting the ghost of Dennis Hopper's film with all of my life because y'all like, that's how it go. I saw them. You can't tell me this ain't Rocket. That's Rocket and Hot Top. That's
what was more important though? Was Colors the song more impactful, or was the movie more impactful?
The movie.
I would argue it was the song.
No, you know what? I would have thought so too. But everybody I know said when they saw the movie Colors, they were sold. They was like, oh, we need in on this. I don't know what about that made them think they needed in on it. What did a generation of people see that saw the movie Colors like, I need to become a Crip too, or Blood too? Everybody died in the movie. High Top got beat.
Everybody.
Listen, High Top got beat up multiple times, beat unconscious, stabbed, poked, slapped in the face with a weight. Rocket got killed at the end. Sylvester, Looney Tunes got killed at the end. Frog went to jail. How did you see that movie and thought to yourself, I need in on this? Like, what had to be going on in the late 80s to where y'all was like, you know what, that thing that's going on in LA where the police is taking them all to jail looks inviting. And then somehow y'all blaming us like we didn't make that movie. Dennis Hopper made that movie. The crazy man that was in Speed, that was the villain in Speed, made that movie. And somehow we get blamed for it like we put it on and made it. No, y'all are crazy because y'all is in love with the same shit that's happening in your own town, but it just looked different because it's on some brothers that live west of the Mississippi.
I would say for me, Monster Cody did more to promote gangbanging than any movie.
But how do you read Monster's book and think to yourself, I want to do this? Like they was talking about people, what was like arms, hands being found. Why would that be the thing you would select?
Because he was a strong motherfucker.
So then doesn't that speak to a problem that we have in Black America versus singling us out for something that people desire to find strength in, even in their poverty? Like, why are we singled out for something that's common in Detroit, that's common in Jackson, Mississippi, that's common in Atlanta, Georgia, that's common in Miami, that's common in DC? But for somehow, some way, somehow, them LA niggas, oh, every week it's them, they brought the death and destruction. Them niggas is this, them niggas is, what is y'all niggas doing?
You know what it is though? I think in like, specifically when you say Detroit, like I say, it was more money based. And I think that's way more superficial than the honor friendship in fighting for your brothers.
Yeah.
You know, so that gives it a whole different like the gangs in a utopian world, you see it through the prism of family and kinship and I will really die for my brother.
It really is at its core.
Yeah, but that's the attraction right there, bro.
Yeah, but people die.
People die anyway.
So then what do y'all want us to do when y'all fight for the same things already, Job? Y'all already fighting for the same things.
I don't know if we're necessarily fighting for the same things. We're fighting for greed and you guys are fighting for each other. That is completely different.
No, you guys are fighting for the same thing. Y'all, every fight in Detroit ain't been over no money. Some of that been over a friend.
True.
Some of that been over a girl. Same
True.
things that we fight for, but for somehow, ever since that fucking Dennis Hopper movie, y'all made it about the damn colors.
Well, y'all niggas got a
You
uniform.
wear red.
That's different.
That's because that white man told y'all that, and y'all ran with that.
It's true. Yes, I'm not running.
I'm saying, so how can I argue when that white man told y'all that, and y'all really made that y'all premise versus said, no, these just brothers like us. Like when I go to Detroit, the reason I do so well in a Newark, New Jersey, in a Brooklyn or a Flatbush area or Roxbury in Boston is because I really feel like, oh, this is just like being at home. So I treat it with the same reverence.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to people like I got some sense. I understand the same threat level, right? But for some reason, y'all separate it here and make it like it's something special. And I'm like, I don't quite get it. But I showed you a reel of, I had another reel of people doing the exact same thing. All them LA niggas. I saw somebody tell me the other day, they scared of the Mexicans. I'm like, this shit just be crazy.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so what's your next point of contention that we hate the West Coast?
Anything. I mean, recently I've been hearing we don't have black culture, or we don't have art culture, or it's just always something. I don't quite get it.
Y'all love the essays too much.
What's wrong? Like, we grow up together.
We don't understand it.
Yeah, but wouldn't that make you a bigot?
Okay, yeah, sure. For most of Black America, there's two areas that are intertwined with where Black and brown actually means something, and that is New York and LA. Generally speaking, and maybe down south in some areas like Texas, but generally speaking, most of us see them as not necessarily the ops per se, where we just about to slide on them. I'm too old to be doing that shit. But
sure.
The relationship is extremely contentious, and we look at them as people that hate us, let alone just don't like us, but hate us because of what we look like and what they've been told that we act like.
But wouldn't that make you a bigot to make that type of assumption off of ignorance?
Sure.
So then at that point, wouldn't that be accountability needed on y'all behalf?
Why shouldn't I be a bigot towards a community that doesn't give a fuck about me?
But again, you made that up because you don't know if they do or don't.
I can tell you what I see.
Yeah, but
and what I see when I do have encounters.
But if you're looking at the stuff that we're doing, and it shows you that there have to be a decent relationship for us to exist, then how could we really argue it? Shouldn't you actually be informed? Shouldn't you get informed versus just because that's like how white people see black people. They just be bigots. They're ignorant. They don't quite know. So they just come up with things in their mind.
Okay. Like, what happens when you're in the West Coast, you go to prison? What happens?
People that actually monetize the experience take control.
Okay. But from a real standpoint, is everything separated by color?
Yes.
Why is that different than the majority of Black America?
Because it's more money in separating people than keeping people together.
I'll agree with that, but that doesn't mean
all of those systems are rooted in taxes. Like those specific organizations that control prisons, they also have tax systems and dual systems. This is about money. Like the fact that people don't understand that this is all about money, that's what's making it work. But that's how it always works. Like I can't argue that shit. Jobs is like, look, I'm not saying everybody should have a relationship. It's people in LA that fight with, different races and I'm just saying we should never have the perspective of a white man in America. Like if we start seeing America like white people, I think that's a real problem.
I made a video about the ICE situation.
Sure.
And my thing was initially, I don't give a fuck. They don't like me anyway. They don't want to interact with me as a person. Fuck them. But then I started seeing ICE going to schools and then start seeing ICE ripping kids away from their daddy, and it was supposed to be about them taking criminals and criminals only, and it just taking motherfuckers that's working their ass off to make a better life. And it makes you look at it a little differently, and you have more empathy.
But that's what I'm saying. Because you trusted that white man in the initial part, like that's not what it was going to be.
But it's not just the white man. It's the Hispanic community also, bro.
They do. That's who think they white sometimes.
That's the problem.
No, because some black people assimilate into white culture. They try to. I go online every day and it's a new nigga selling out. It's a new nigga talking about, oh, we black, we good black folk, them niggas. Boy, you are a nigga. What is wrong with you? You know how many black people out here be like, oh, I'm a black folk, that's a nigga. What are you talking about? You cannot. I watch black people try to assimilate in whiteness all the time. Standard all the time. Everybody looks at success in this country as whiteness. So you think Mexican folks ain't coming in this country thinking to themselves like, man, shit, I want to live the American dream. The American dream is white.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not knocking it. Just no shade to, all shade to white people. But what I'm saying is,
except Pete,
you have to. Well, except my white partners. You know what I mean? And they some shit too, but they my white. Yeah, everybody got like Hulk Hogan. You always got the white people that you like. That's some bullshit. And some of my white partners, Pete say some bullshit all the time too, but that's my boy. Like I can't get upset at how he sees the world. He can't see it from my perspective. Mm-hmm. Can he be empathetic? Possibly, but he don't get what I'm saying. He like, nah, G, you can make it. I'm like, nigga, what? Like you tripping because he cannot see it. He can see something, but he can't see it all. So I say that to say that you should care about, first off, when white people started to target Mexican people, you should have got scared. You should have immediately got scared. The fact that nobody got scared is crazy. So
because when they've been targeting us in this country since we were brought here.
Facts.
And I didn't see the Hispanic community give a shit by and large. Not to say there weren't pockets, there were. But there were pockets of white people. There were pockets of Hispanics. There's a couple of Asian people that give a fuck too. But by and large, it's like Muhammad Ali said once, and I'm paraphrasing, that if you go into a room full of snakes and there's 1,000 snakes in there and 100 of those snakes love you, but the rest of them are poisonous. I'm not going to search for the ones that love me at the risk of getting killed by the poisonous ones.
Blackness is defined by standing up against whiteness. You ever thought about that? Like the best of us are people that stood up against white people. So if you missed an opportunity to stand up against the system, even if you thought that it was some shit that was a little different, you missed an opportunity to be black.
I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me.
The Black Panthers, although maybe necessarily created to stand up against white people, what they really did was stand for black people, and white people hated them for it.
Same shit. You know how they was able to, you know how they was able to fuck them over? Because they wasn't focusing as much as doing this as standing up against the system.
Okay.
Like they were fighting that, they ran into guns with their things. Blackness is defined by standing up against oppression. So if you see another group of people being oppressed, I don't give a fuck if they never helped you in your life. The blackest thing you could do is go stand up for them.
Okay.
But you got to stand up against a bully. Like it can't just be they not messing with me. The more a bully absorbs power, they just get more power. And trust me, it'll come back to backfire on you. But fuck if it even got something to do with you. The fact that you could watch these people get bullied. Again, we can't talk about, I don't know enough about immigration law. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that they're not doing it justly. They're not actually arresting these people. They snatch these people off the street. There's people running around thinking that because they're not citizens, it's okay. When the rights don't apply if you're a citizen. The rights apply if you're a persons. That's the word. That's the literature, persons. So if you could sit by and watch them snatch a nigga out their car and just leave that car there and kidnap them and drive off, something is wrong with your blackness, bro. Like something is wrong with your blackness. Like I saw an Instagram video, homie, where it was white people. They was running up, grabbing these little kids and running into this little alley. It was a skit.
Mm-hmm.
Every white person saw it. It was only one or two white people that left. They was walking with their kids. They ran off with their kids. They did not stop it.
Yeah.
The black people they showed went after the motherfucker.
Yes.
If it had been dog, them white people then chasing them people like a motherfucker. If it was dog, they'd chase their ass down. They ain't letting you take nobody dog. You gotta stand up against the bully.
I would agree with you on that. Okay. I heard the song in the promo too. Is that a Tina Marie sample?
Oh yeah, it's top secret. That ain't even came out yet.
You put the promo out, nigga.
No, that's not for that. That's for the one song.
I'm sorry.
It's top secret. Yeah, nobody even know about that.
No, my bad.
Good idea though. It's a good song.
My bad, nigga. That's just fire though, bro.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. When I finish it, it's gonna be something special.
I'm just what do they say that? Strike that from the record. My bad.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's fire. But no, I'm saying.
Wait, hold on, because I need you to promote your shit though.
Oh yeah.
Which I got dropping.
So the one
is that the Giants.
Yep, it's me, the LA Giants, Jurassic 5, August 26th, so it's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork goes up tomorrow. I need everybody to head over and pre-order from iTunes. Pre-order it, don't stream it. Pre-order it from iTunes. It's $1.29, fire song. And every 2-3 weeks, we've been talking about this for a year. I'm finally ready to go to keep dropping songs every 2-3 weeks. So I got it in the queue and I have it perfect to where I want it at.
Okay. And for those people out there, I don't know, we got like almost 350 people watching. Thanks to Glasses. Make sure y'all go to Glasses page. Make sure y'all subscribe and y'all tap in. And please pre-order it because this shit ain't free.
No, it's not. And I spend a lot of money making sure it's of quality. But yeah, I really feel like it's a lot of black people that should be ashamed of themselves. And I understand the movement. I get it, but you're wrong. If you miss an opportunity to stand up against the oppressors, your blackness is in question, man. It's important that you be black all the time. Can't be black when it's beneficial. It might not be. You know what I mean? We spent a lot of our life standing up, and it ain't about who somebody else is. Even if it's somebody.
It actually is, bro. Part of the problem with black people in this country is that we have always been the one to accept other people's problems and they ignored ours.
That's not a problem.
That's absolutely.
That makes you a great person that makes other people assholes.
That makes you a mark.
When you adopt that mentality, you become the asshole you hate.
Sometimes you need to be the asshole.
Not really.
Yes, you do, bro. Look, I've been a nice guy in my life, and you know what it got me? Lonely and a lot of lotion. I've been an asshole, and it got me broads, money, and smiles. I'm gonna be honest about that. Sometimes being an asshole, especially to others that have looked down on you, is necessary.
I mean, listen. You can try to match energy or you can project your own energy all the time. I'll run around this life projecting my own energy. I don't match energies. I project my own energy, like straight up. I don't even match energies, dog. Like, you can't control me. I control this. And I will never miss an opportunity to be a brother in fullness. You know what I mean? In fullness. Like, I just won't. I don't care. If it's Candace Owens, I'm not going to miss that moment to stand up and be a solid brother. I don't care if it's Charleston White. I don't care who it is. I'm not going to miss that moment to stand up and be a solid brother, let alone some people who getting snatched out their car. The only conversation should be what's fair. It's not about laws. I don't vote. I'm not into that shit because I don't believe in it. Just this fast, whatever the immigration laws are, it don't make it right to do this. So that whatever the laws is, they don't even give a fuck about the laws. They gonna do it how they want to do it, and it's supposed to be us standing up against that. You're supposed to be like, hey, that ain't right. Y'all got to do that right. Especially us. We know better when they get out of control. If we let them do things, you know what's gonna happen. You know how they do it. They do the same shit every time. You cannot stand by and watch an injustice.
I'm gonna agree that there's always a temperature check. And black people are always the recipient at some point of the fuckery.
Agree.
Yeah.
So
So
why the fuck would we let somebody else have fuckery happen? Why would we allow that? And the truth is, why would we allow the system to do fuckery? We supposed to be on their ass more than everybody in the world, especially us. Hey, y'all know that ain't right.
I think that this is a good this is 9/11 for the Hispanic community. In that, like especially in Detroit, there's the biggest Arabic community in the country. And prior to 9/11, the relationship between black folks and Arabs was ass. It's horrible. They were extremely racist towards us and violent for no reason at times. But after 9/11,
people couldn't whoop y'all ass. Y'all full of shit.
Bro, I seen a nigga pull a shotgun on a motherfucker for a nigga.
Yeah, but y'all beat the shit out them people. Stop playing.
Yeah, but when you are protected by the state, and they were, by and large, and it makes a difference. However, after 9/11, the treatment that they received from the white folks made them realize they're more like us than they thought. And our relationship since then has become so much better. And I think that unfortunately, the Hispanic community is getting that 9/11 treatment. And I think that I've seen some Hispanic brothers and sisters say, where y'all at? And I think it took a while for us to kind of come around to the way you think about it, because you got a different cultural experience growing up than most of us.
Sure.
So I talk a lot of shit, man. I do. But
Charles, you know what's funny though? It ain't just you. It's brothers out here. I have to get on their head. I got my OG homie Ronald. All kind of people. I get on their ass. I don't let them try to pass that shit off to me. Like, you got Mexican partners, nigga. How you look? You sound crazy. You know what I mean? You sound crazy. Like any brother that be saying that shit, I'll be calling their ass right out. Man, you sound crazy. Don't try to pull that shit. Don't let these internet people tell you something. Nigga, you niggas sound crazy. Nigga, you stand up for them people because you've been with them people your whole life. How you gonna wake up one day and act like you not with these people? We go to all the same stores. We've been growing up. Don't get me wrong. It's certain places in LA that's not like that.
Okay.
But if you from the place that we from, man, please. I'm with my folks. These my folks. That's who it don't stop. It's about who you rise with, who you grow with. And I get it to everybody that's not, but just don't come around me with that punk shit, because I'm gonna call you a punk and just look at you crazy. If you miss the opportunity to stand up against them people and you know how they do it, you just a sucker.
Now, I think I've asked you the God question again, before. I'm gonna ask you again, but I got a new one too. What's the nicest thing we can? My thing lately is trying to show the beauty of humanity, kind of echoing off of what you're saying. What's the nicest thing that a stranger has ever done for you?
A stranger. I don't know. I don't know if a stranger is in it. I bought this man food one day. He was in the airport and he lost his card. Shout out to I just turned on the comment. Shout out to my big homie, Big Cool from Bebop. He from Watts. He said, that's why we're in the position we're in right now. No, the people you trying to not protect people from is the reason the people you in the position that you in right now. Mexican people is not why black people in this country is in the position they in. White people will forever be the reason you are in the position you in. And they not finna do nothing to make it no easier for you. So it's no way possible you're going to tell me that some other group that came into America that has something to do with why you getting fucked over by the man. The man been stick to you since you came here.
Yeah, but that's just not true. And I'm going to tell you why. Because every other ethnicity, once they realized that niggas was unilaterally at the bottom of the totem pole, they embraced that so that they wouldn't replace us.
Wait a minute, say that one more time.
Every other ethnicity that came to this country, when they realized that niggas was at the bottom of the totem pole here, they embraced that so that they wouldn't replace us.
Who embraced what so they wouldn't replace us?
When Hispanics, and I'm only speaking from my limited experience, sure. However, They were okay with niggas getting shitted on because they got shitted on less than us. And
Yes,
they
everybody's going,
joined in.
but I'm
So
saying,
it's not just white people. What I'm saying is there are other cultures and communities that benefited off the white supremacy and were okay with doing that at our expense, bro. You can't.
I'm
That's
telling you,
just not escaping.
I'm telling you, everybody benefits off white supremacy in this country except us. But that don't make them the white man.
It doesn't.
Like there's Nigerians who benefit off white supremacy. That don't make them the white man.
That's why you got the big thing between the foundational Black Americans and Africans, which that's a tougher one for me to digest.
But again, that's because what's being lost is who the real enemy is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's being lost is who the real problem is. But, you know, again, Tariq is one of my favorite, you know, researchers and creators. So, you know, I can't really, you know, I believe he has to have the best interest at mind, even when I don't understand what's happening. Like I'm going to let certain people ride, but I'm going to tell you this. It looked crazy as hell. Like, I agree with you. I think people do come in this country and they like, man, the brothers got it bad. I'm glad I ain't one of them. Until they get treated like one of us. So it's not their fault. Again, it goes into white supremacy programming everybody else, even coming into this country. How could you be upset if they're telling them about this about us? That's like y'all in Detroit talking about brothers from LA. Y'all got programmed by the white man, just like the Nigerians get programmed by the white man of what to think. Y'all get programmed of what to think about brothers in LA. Nigerians get programmed by white folks on what to think about brothers in America. It's all white supremacy saying the same shit.
But that's
they
why
doing the same shit.
Because I need to get a perspective that I'm unfamiliar with, so that I don't have to get it from you know somebody that doesn't have my best interest at heart. I know you love Black folks, bro.
Oh, with all my heart.
Yeah,
I think you're pretty great too.
Oh, sorry, that was my watch. But so I you know, and I think that we do ourselves a disservice by not reaching out to different areas of the diaspora within our own, you know, within this country.
Exactly.
To have these conversations, because just because we look alike doesn't mean that culturally we had necessarily the same. Like we've got the same culture, but different pockets of that culture depending on where you are geographically. And I think we need to
listen. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm telling you, right, that it starts with keeping your eye on the first people. People are being like, if we really talk about the dynamic and the relationship between Black people in LA and Mexican people in LA, because we can have a conversation, you know, I'm gonna say something you don't like. Yeah. I can tell you really where the relationship went bad. I can tell you where people got taken advantage and bullied. I could tell you the truth. Like, I don't have to tell people to make up shit. Like, the one thing that I take my time doing is I question my elders all the time about the relationship. And I'm blessed to have some dope elders because they're going to tell me the truth, even when it make them look bad. So again, if we really start talking about the breakdowns in these situations, when these people move into the community and we have our own issues, the issues are not as simple as, hey, you just niggas is lazy. It's a lot more shit that's happening.
I'm curious about what you just said.
It's important to understand how white supremacy works in all of these things. It did the same thing to brothers from all over every ghetto in America with us. Y'all act like y'all shit did not stink to us. Y'all saw the movies. Y'all was like, man, them niggas killing over colors. Like, y'all killed over more. Like, y'all didn't kill over friends and family. Well, just the same thing for Nigerians or Ghanaians and all of that. They got programmed by white people to think about what to think about us.
That's true.
So again, if we see it on a micro, then how can we not imagine it on a macro? Like, it's our job to stay in contact. That's why when I do come to Detroit, when I do go to Cleveland, when I do go to Memphis, I tap in with the brothers. I don't let them I spend more time telling brothers about what it's like. That's why I'm in hip hop. I told my homie I didn't even know that's why. That's why I'm in hip hop. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be explaining to y'all what's really happening with you here. The version of you that's here, this is why it's like this. This is what's happening.
And you said something though about your elders that they weren't afraid to tell you the truth, even when it made them look bad. What is the biggest truth they told you that made them look bad?
They was robbing motherfuckers for the dope. They was stealing the dope.
How does that make them look bad though? Isn't that kind of like normal?
Why would you steal $1,000 from somebody that can make you a millionaire?
That's a good point.
But again, we've been beat up so bad and we want to win so bad and we so thrown off. Shit just happened. Shit just can happen. You know what I'm saying? And Ronald is in the chat laughing because he know it's fucking true. Because he's an elder. He know it's true. But again, we don't talk about the truth. And I understand why, because we understand the dynamics of being poor.
Yeah.
Let's not get in front of other brothers around the country and not have the real conversation. So I'm not going to have part of it. You're not going to hear me speaking down on my brown brothers from around the way, because I'm not going to speak down on my black brothers from around the way. But I can really tell you the dynamics, or I could break it down. I could tell you a lot of them gang wars you heard about. I could tell you how that shit started and what really is about. And it's some fucked up shit. So again, it's important, homie, that we understand what being black is about. It's not just about, we can't, like I hear a lot of that. Now, I don't agree with this element. Well, I'm gonna just mind my business. Everything happening here is your business, homeboy. Everything happening here is your business. If you let an injustice happen to them, you know how this works. You know how this works. And you can't expect everybody to understand the white American man like we do. Yeah, them Nigerians come in there like they giving them loans and shit. They looking out for them. They putting them in better schools. They treating them a little bit better than us. They probably think they the greatest thing in the world until the day they get pulled over.
Oh boy.
That's
even
the first time
then, I think they blame us for that, to be quite honest.
You said who?
Even then, I think they blame
sure.
Black
and
America.
It happened a couple times. But look at how white people treat them compared to how they treat us. They come here and get loans and all kind of shit. And then we call ourselves being mad at them for getting the loans. No, this is all part of the same thing. The same supremacy. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize.
At one point, hip hop seemed to be a really phenomenal bridge. How do we get back to that?
Man, shit, that's why I be on niggas. That's why I be on D1. D1 is one of the most positive brothers in the world, but I will not let D1 get too far with that bullshit marketing being anti-street. Hey, that's not true. Gee, man, nah, D1, don't say that. I hit the brothers real fast.
Why?
Hey, that ain't cool.
What is the positive outcome of street shit?
First off, I'm okay. Should no nigga be telling no nigga to obey the laws? You should be telling the nigga to stay out of jail.
Okay.
It's nothing. It's a hop and bob, bro. Why are you telling niggas to obey the law? You should tell a nigga to be right. You should tell a nigga to do right. And everything, the laws do not mean being right for black people.
Agreed.
Like we feel like everybody can pass the same way. Everybody can do good the same way. I will never tell a black man. I will tell a black man, as long as you understand the ramifications of your decisions, don't do this if you ain't ready to go to jail because they got a place for you. Long as you're okay with that, man, just be right. Just do the right thing. I'm not telling no. That's like, imagine being on a plantation and somebody trying to escape. You're like, well, if Master catch you, he gonna go and hang you. You need to just do the right thing. You get out here with these cottons and get in this bucket. No. I'm not telling nobody to live that way. I'm telling you to be accountable with your decisions. Long as you're okay with going to jail, make the decisions. And the day you not, stop making that decision.
I got nothing against niggas doing street shit. The problem I have with street niggas of today is that street niggas refuse to regulate street niggas like they used to.
That's why I'm here. I be on niggas' ass. I be on niggas' ass. I be on niggas, boy. I be on niggas' ass like a zit or something. I be on niggas' ass like the hair. I don't even talk to regular people. My conversations is only towards other gangbangers. Why are you courting them dudes on? I get why these dudes want to be from the hood. Why are you courting them on? What do you get from this nigga? You giving him all the power, all of the fame, the claim. Why? Why are you courting this nigga on? This nigga ain't been over. He don't know nobody. You finna make this nigga risk all our lives. Trust me, I stay on the culture. My conversation ain't for the suburban America. My conversation is for the nigga that's right in Detroit. Hey, don't give away your power to these people. We are powerful. This thing that we call street urban culture, we got power. Everybody monetize it. I only talk to us. I sacrifice not talking to suburban America because I focus on talking to us.
Where are the other glasses Malones though?
I don't know. It started with just the LO. That's it. I could start for the LO, Joey Westside, the Deuce Mac. I start with us. I start with me.
And I think that is the problem, is that how you going about it is not spreading enough.
I mean, look, you can't, it's not like a financially motivated thing. Most people trying to overcome their poverty. So they so desperate to do what's going to pay. They're so desperate to do what's going to pay. I cannot be upset at that because nigga, don't nobody want to be poor. Don't nobody want to be broke. So I understand it. But what I can do is do what I do best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it take a different breed to really get at homies and really try to fix it and get it together and tell people what's up. It take a different type of attitude. Like it ain't for everybody.
Facts.
Like some of us are shepherd of sheep and some of us are shepherd of shepherd. And I take that role and responsibility well. I understand that I lead shepherd. I'm not as connected to the sheep as I would like to be for business purposes, but I definitely am a leader of shepherd. You know what I'm saying? And I work on it and I get more information and I talk to my older homies and my elders and I make sure I flush out an idea and I have the right things to say, because for the most parts I speak with, you know what I mean? I speak with other shepherd. I only surround myself with other thinkers. Like other people who don't think job, they not gonna really do well around me because they like, you know what I mean? It's gonna sound like a lot of the things that I think is going to sound crazy to people because they haven't even. I'm thinking so far and they barely trying to figure out what I'm like. People like when I explain the Drake shit, that the first thing they say is, "Oh man, you just don't like him." I'm like, bro, why would I not like him? That's just dumb. Like, for what?
That's a whole nother conversation. Drake is the GOAT.
And I'm not mad at that if you think that. I'm just saying when I'm making a thesis,
I'm just trolling niggas.
I'm saying when I'm making
there's a legitimate argument.
When I'm making a thesis, I've thought about it. It's not going to be any emotion. I don't want to. I'm too, and that's another problem. As a creator, I'm entirely too emotionally intelligent. Like I process my thoughts. I process how I feel. I'm not just rushing to put it on wax because I don't want to say something and I got to change my thought 2 days later.
Yeah.
And it don't make all the time for the greatest art. You know what I mean? Sometimes it really can make the art a little too cerebral.
I'm sorry, man. I was reading with Bama Beauty Supply said. Come on now, I'm not Aubrey.
No, I mean, but I'm just saying that's like a conversation, right? That I'll have. And in its inception, everybody's against me. And I'm like, just think about it. And people just so holding on to the emotions of it, they can't think past that. And that's cool. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's supposed to be a lot of me's. I think that's what makes me unique in the space. I think that's what creates the value. In a perfect world, I wish everybody thought like me. I wish everybody thought the same shit I'm saying. I don't know how they don't. I have no idea, Jobs, cuz how they don't. I don't know. Like a nigga told me today Gunna didn't tell. And I'm like, dog, Gunna told on tape. It's on tape. Guys, how do you tell? Nobody got locked up. If I tell the police you murder somebody and they don't come arrest you, I told still.
Yeah, but whoa. I don't know the whole Gunna situation, but that part, I'm gonna tell you there's a caveat. Because that if you and I go do a crime and I tell on you, that is snitching. If you go do a crime and I was at home in the bed and they arrest me for that crime and you don't say that nigga didn't have nothing to do with it and I tell them it was that nigga, that ain't snitching.
Okay, let's say if a nigga robbed the bank.
Okay.
And you know he robbed the bank.
Okay.
And you spending the bank money.
That's different.
That's the point.
Yes.
That's
I
Gunna's situation.
have contributed to I'm an accessory after the fact.
And that's Gunna's situation. If it don't matter whatever, you benefited off of the look that this thing is that. It's a simple thing. It's not even that deep. But again, it's like people don't want to think. And I understand, I'm not mad. I'm not forcing them no more. But that's not going to stop me from reaching my plateau as a creator and as a thinker. You know what I mean? And that's just where I'm at. So, you know, the fact that we don't have more glasses works out for me because I'm just going to do what I do. And
it makes it easy to either A, ignore you, or B, move you out the way from a white supremacy standpoint, because it's just it's like getting rid of the Black Panthers, getting rid of Huey Newton. When they did that, there was no more Black Panthers. It just, you know, see, if we need, and I don't want to say it this way because I don't need them striking my shit, but we need leaderless movements, if you will, where there's so many people of a certain thought process that eliminating one, although unfortunate and hurts the group, it doesn't stop the motion.
I mean, look,
there's a guy, matter of fact, the people out there, I don't know if you've heard of Grandmaster Jay. Look up Grandmaster Jay and the Not Fucking Around Coalition. This brother had one of the, if not the biggest black militia this country has ever seen. And he was the leader, and he did not have a comparable equal or equals. And they arrested this man and said that he tried to, I don't know, shoot a sniper or did something about a government sniper, and that somehow he saw this sniper and was pointing a gun at him. That's what it was. And he'd been in jail for years now. And the biggest black militia that this country's ever seen just went away.
Yeah, but that's because ideas are born with humans, like, and they reside in humans, and it takes that type of structure and order to bring it to most people don't understand what they're a part of more than they just want to be a part of something.
And Yato, I get what you're saying, but we needed slave revolts where everybody in the revolt was as strong as Nat Turner.
That just ain't gonna happen.
And it can happen.
No.
Like if you look at other organizations across the planet, what they have learned over the years is that leadership should be fluid. I should be able to replace you at a moment's notice, and we don't skip a beat. As opposed to being so dependent on one individual that all they got to do is get rid of that one individual.
I'm with you. I wish it was like that. It's just not. And that's cool too. Like what it takes to flush the leader out of somebody, you know, it depends on what they've been through. I'm not saying we shouldn't. I think you're right. We should definitely be trying, but I just don't know if
that's feasible.
Or should we be spending all our energy trying to, like we do try. I try to get the best out of all my boys, you know what I mean? But some people, man, I have to fight a lot of homies about simple concepts. You know what I mean? Like I have to fight a lot of my homies on simple concepts, because what's motivating me is so much deeper and simpler than them. You know what I mean? And it's other people that's further in than me. So I just think that I think we just have to do a better job of pushing our movements through.
I would agree. And I'm not gonna waste too much more of your time, man, because me and you can talk for fucking
sure.
If people want to get in touch with you, how they go about doing that?
Google them. Find me. I'm around for real.
You know niggas lazy, man. What's the Instagram, bro?
Glasses low. Always glasses low.
Right. And I get what you're saying, y'all. The civil rights happened despite MLK and Malcolm being killed. That's a whole nother topic in conversation. Although I will say that they happen as a result of their efforts, their lives, and of their deaths. Their deaths were also used to further some of the things that they were trying to do. More specifically, probably Martin than Malcolm on a macro level. But I think on a micro level, man, Malcolm is just different, bro. Yeah, he was just different. Anyway, definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Intellectually Petty Radio, man. No ceilings, right?
There you go. We got the stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I got the podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, and head over to iTunes, pre-order Wanted, Glasses Malone, Jurassic 5. Listen to how Backpack and Gangster Rap all represent hip hop, and you can hear the street come out of Backpack when you put them next to people that could bring it out of them.
Why you ain't send me that shit, nigga?
I am. I'll text it over to you right now.
Hey, what the fuck, bro? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leak this shit.
And I was working on it. Like, it's all good. Hey,
dope,
look,
fucking dope, bro.
I'm so excited about music, man. I am not tripping.
Yo, and you know the dope thing about being cool with Glasses, man, is that the nigga will just like I'll be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning. This nigga will randomly just send me some shit.
That's true. I love this music shit. That's why I say everybody want me to. Everybody like, Glass, man, you do so good if you just start streaming. I ain't done with rap. I ain't done with hip. I ain't done.
Don't quit, bro.
I'm not fucking with these dudes.
No, man. It's the dude. No, you know, it ain't that you ain't fucking with them. They can't fuck with you. Yeah, there's a difference, bro.
That part.
Yes. On that note, man, because I don't think I got anything doper than I can say than that. Yo, it's always an honor and a privilege to chop it up with you, bro. You already know, man. If you need anything, man, I'm a phone call away. Yo, when you going to the city too, bro? I need to know.
I told you I was looking at some property, so I'm a bus out there probably like in November.
Okay.
November.
Let me know, bro.
Out in November and just really go look. I've been really looking into Detroit, man. Like I feel like Detroit is like just special, man. The blackness there, you know, and everybody always try to tell me about the crime, and I'm like, I just don't care about that with my peoples, man. Like I just don't. I don't care. Like it's something there, and I want a part of it. You know what I mean?
And I'm fairly certain that Mary Sheffield is going to be the next mayor. And she has been just so tapped into the streets for the longest time. It's about to be different, bro.
Amen.
It is about to be different. Oh yeah, me too, man. Shout out to Ben Frank, man. Ben Frank been fucking with the show for forever, man. If there's anything I can do for y'all want to come on the show, it's Intellectually Petty Radio. We don't take we everywhere, man. And we really this been a good year, bro, for me. So you know, whatever you're doing out there, man, just don't fucking quit. Somebody is always going to be more talented than you. That's going to know better people than you, whatever the fuck, but they're going to quit. And if you are the last person standing, you will be on top of the mountain. I guarantee you. Anyway, man, on that note, man, I don't have anything tomorrow because I got to work, but I wanted to make sure, man, that I had to tap in with my brother.
My man.
You know, you already
Wanted, iTunes, Glasses Malone, Jurassic 5, Wanted, pre-order. I'll see y'all back on No Ceilings, the lunch hour, Friday at noon.
No doubt, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.